All right. Oh, now I'm like off center here. Let me listen, everybody.
Of course. Coury's had a time.
I've had a time.
Coury has had a time.
I was darn near close to just saying I'm not going to stream tonight. It's darn near close. So what happened is, I know that the windows are different, or try smaller, but that's actually fine. I think like if the host is, like slightly bigger.
Well,
that's like intentional,
so,
right?
Well, sort of. So on the there's also a variant I made where there's like two equal sizes for it. Like there's one that's 3 boxes that has 2 equal sized, and then one smaller one. And the smaller ones are sized for the alerts that we use on Twitch. So yeah, well, we can go over the more of the layout stuff later, because we didn't really have a chance to go over any of that detail. I mean, I've only set up the scenes that I've needed thus far as well. But no, that's fine. That was actually like originally the intention, was that the host is a little bigger.
Yeah, I think that
there is a version where we are equal size.
Yeah, but I think that like this is
with an extra, but then you'd have to come up with something to put in the extra window. So
yeah,
this is fine.
This is fine because like I guess that the super chat stuff will pop up. I just moved it so it'll pop up in that little blank space now. All right.
Yep.
Yes. So what happened was, I had plenty of time to get ready for this stream, and I opened it up, and for some reason my capture card source just doesn't show up in the streaming layout. It works in other scene collections, but not this one. Not the one that I needed to use. I've had that happen before where it just stops working, and like certain sources stop working, and the only way to fix it is to delete them all and re-add them. But even doing that didn't happen this time. Didn't work. So essentially, I had to go and like redo it like another scene from like the Twitch streams, and because it was working in there. So deactivate and reactivate did not work because I have it. If it's not showing, it will it automatically turns it off. So this is where we're at for today.
Well,
and I know that apparently we've streamed this before, but it wasn't me playing.
Right, and this is a pledge game for you.
Yeah.
And there's nothing other than we've definitely streamed enough games that like repeats are almost inevitable at this point.
Yeah.
And that's okay, because this is a good one. I mean, this is a crowd pleaser, I feel.
Yeah.
I knew when you streamed it. I haven't seen it in the stream chat, but I did see it in the Discord. Like anytime 3D.Game Heroes is brought up, Scott the Waz is mentioned.
Really?
Because I don't know if he like is a particular fan of the game or not, but some track from the game was used for his like intro or outro music or something like that at some point. It took me a while to learn what it was. By the way, it looks like the game your capture card might not be interpreting the limited range correctly from the PS3 if you need to set that manually.
All right.
I think capture cards can struggle with that on PS3. Like, I don't know. Or maybe it's the fact that we have to strip the HDCP kind of confuses it. Probably.
Yeah, well, the system's set to limited, and I just set it to limited in the capture, and it's like...
It's still washed out? That's weird.
Yeah, it becomes more washed out if I set it to full. So it must just be...
Oh, gosh. So something's confused somewhere in the chain, huh? Whatever. That's a big whatever for tonight.
Yeah.
Before I get to the super chat, I saw Jake Snow asking, it might be time to do some RSX overclocking. I mean, that's the PS3 GPU overclocking, I guess. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. I'd honestly be afraid to. I feel like PS3s are such a precious resource at this point that I'd be afraid to do anything too risky with them.
Yeah.
But speaking of precious resources, there was a super chat from Dad1153. Thank you as always, saying Sony really effed up for you guys to schedule your weekly stream about the offending party.
Yeah.
How much I hate Sony. Oh, let me count the ways with various emoji,
yeah. It's been quite a week.
Demons.
Is there Tri-Echo? It might be picking up on my microphone, and I can just put my headphones on if I needed to do that.
Yeah. Well, with this streaming setup, I've decided to just use headphones for any time I'm on a call with someone, because it's especially with these open back ones, it's really not a big deal.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm doing with these ones.
I'm using the closed. I've got like a set of closed back headphones and a set of open back headphones. I can use the closed back ones for podcast recordings, and I can use these for just streams or more casual things.
Yeah. All right, so it should be better now that I've switched back to the headphones.
Excellent. But yeah, I mean, Sony, like it's, you really got to wonder if there could be a walking back of it. Like,
I'm starting to like this. Have you heard anything about it? I mean, they've already started training people at these facilities to do other things.
Really?
Yeah, so it's something that they've been working for a long time. At first, when it first was announced, I thought that it was kind of like they were announcing the closing of the PS3 and Vita store and this, so that they wouldn't.
Yeah, they were like trying to bury that hard.
Yeah, so they could walk back the disc thing, and it wouldn't seem like that big of a deal.
I did think about that, because they're like, okay, we are not walking back the PS3 thing. Let's bury that and put another thing that we could walk back.
Yes, exactly. Something that we weren't going to do in the first place. Yeah, exactly. So, but the more stuff I'm seeing, it seems like they probably can't at this point. It's going to be something that is they've already committed to it. And they've already started transitioning these facilities over to that, and I wonder if they expected it to be this bad.
Yeah,
they had to have. They had to have.
Well, you know what's crazy? We got a notification that Jersey 117 has been a member for 48 months. Holy cow! Saying the overall reaction, though, has been super negative. Even a lot of mainstream brands have brought it up, which is crazy. And that brings up the point. My dad heard about this.
Yeah, I mean, I had some friends yesterday asking me about it that don't really follow this stuff. It's hit the mainstream news channels.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. So you think it's all the people on the outside don't, they're all in on visual media for the things that they're interested in too. They probably don't even realize you could still go buy physical games. No, those people, this is news for these people too. That's crazy. That's crazy that reached that sphere.
Yeah. I noticed this guy's name. It's automatically naming him From, and I think that's kind of funny.
It is funny. It's from software.
Mm-hmm.
From.
It
is very funny. But yeah, I mean, it's, oh my gosh,
I'll tell you, I had a big stack of games that I was ready to trade in, and I'm just gonna find the things. Some of these are duplicates on other systems, and I'll trade those in. But I'm just gonna hang on to what I got, I guess.
No. Well, with our kind of pledges to not expand some of our collections beyond our existing physical shelves, Like, it's going to help with that.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, I kind of feel like now I might be more inclined to get Switch 2 versions if they're on cart than I would, even if they run less, if they run worse.
Yeah. Well, you know, I already had pre-ordered Lies of P, like the complete edition or whatever, because I never bought that for PS5, and it's a game I'm interested in playing. And this was before the Sony announcement, but I was like, hey, you know, I like supporting true Switch physicals. It's a game I don't have. Yeah, I'll get that, even though I know it's going to be worse than the PS5 version. I'll get that. I'll support that. And now I kind of feel glad I did, because, you know. But yeah, you know, there's actually at least 3 people in the chat who have mentioned that, yeah, like my dad heard about it too. Like that's like this is like, that's actually like, that makes it much wider reaching news than I think Sony would have expected. Like people are hearing about this. It's a big deal.
It is.
That is honestly kind of shocking that people are hearing about that.
You know, I knew that we knew it was going to happen at some point. I just thought maybe they would have a hard cutoff maybe at the end of the generation.
I wouldn't have expected it to happen before the PS6 was out.
But it makes you wonder, though, if they put these plans in motion because they thought that the PS6 would be releasing in 2027.
Yeah, maybe. Zay was saying, so is the digital only PS6 a hard no from trying Coury? I mean, it is for me. Like, they would have to offer something very surprising and unforeseen to convince me to buy a digital only PS6. Like, I see no reason to buy into like, I have such a small digital PlayStation library.
I have a decently sized one, and I'm not going to say it's a hard. I'm going to wait till I see it first. You know, I'm not going to.
You know, there could be. It's just that, you know, Sony doesn't really do the quantity of compelling first party stuff that they used to do, you know?
Right.
And it's like, you know, okay, like, you know, that Naughty Dog's game, like, you know, assuming it ends up being good, like, that's definitely going to be on PS5. Like, and it's not going to be such a thing as an exclusive PS6 game, like maybe almost ever, because it's just it's going to be too expensive. It's going to be too expensive. You cannot support a platform with games that are exclusively on a $1,000 plus console.
Yeah,
like you cannot put exclusives on that. You know, unless it's like an Astrobot equivalent game, this, like, you know, a free included whatever, right? Like, but like you are going to be putting, you know, something, you know, even equivalent to the Demon Souls remake or you know, whatever. That's just that cannot exist on a, you cannot make your money back from the audience that would exist for a $1,000 platform.
Right.
You know, it couldn't be like a big expensive game. It just can't be done. So, you know, it is going to be so far into the future when, if there is a Sony exclusive that I'm interested in, that it won't be playable on PlayStation 5.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
It's going to be a long time off. And they're probably going to be reconsidering their PC strategy at that point. Like, I'm not completely
anti-digital.
Yeah, right. I don't love digital, but I'm not like not going to get it like just on principle or whatever. But I just see no reason to make Sony my choice, especially when I think they're going to have a very hard time maintaining their audience in the face of, what their next hardware is going to have to cost.
Yeah, but that goes for everybody. Like that's true for
I know,
everything.
but still, like Valve, Steam, and GOG are just much preferable, more trustworthy stewards of their digital library. I mean,
for now, but that's the whole thing. As we were talking in the Twitch chat about like when Gabe Newell dies, and then suddenly the company goes, whoever is in control of it takes it public, and then it becomes, like then there's investors and everything, and they gotta, lines gotta go up and to the right. So it's then they're like, then the enshittification starts, and that's like it's just like,
but I think it's going. I mean, I still think our longer term prospects for that are better with Valve and GOG than PlayStation or Microsoft.
Yeah. It's all a mess, and it's just like it really stinks. I know that we thought it was going to happen eventually. I just thought that it would be,
but between generations.
Yeah, well, I mean,
generation.
Just thinking about that though, like I wonder if they did plan for PS6 to be out in 2027, so they had put a lot of these like this stuff in motion because they're like, oh, we're not going to even have to support this stuff anyways. Like all of our cross-gen will just be digital, so that'll be that.
Yeah, I mean,
it's real depressing.
My goodness, yeah. But like, I had made peace with the fact that this was going to happen eventually, so it's like not earth-shattering, but it's still like, it's sad. It's sad. It's like, it's a weird feeling knowing that there is like a date on like what is the end of PlayStation to me.
Yeah.
Like, isn't that weird? Like, it's like, okay, January 1st, 2028. Like, PlayStation's over in my world. Like, and that's not necessarily the worst thing. I'm going to continue playing PlayStation games on the hardware I already have. I've got so many backlog games from PS1 to PS5, that I can enjoy on to retirement and beyond.
Yeah, and that's kind of like how I am too. I mean, that's why
that's okay. And that's okay, but it's just a weird feeling, like knowing that like we know when that ends.
Yeah, and I understand. I guess they can, if something releases, if it releases before the deadline, they can schedule disc releases for it, like after the 2028.
Oh, is that known?
Yeah. And it makes you wonder if they're gonna, like, a lot of people just like rush their stuff out so they can. What I think would be cool is that, like, what if all these different developers just say, you know what, let's release like a complete edition of all of the stuff that we can, of every single thing that we can.
Everything? Oh my gosh.
I mean, that'd be
great.
That's
what'll make the next year and a half very expensive for us.
Yeah. I have no idea how much this goes for these days. I know I bought it when it was pretty new.
Yeah, I bought it. I had pre-ordered. I was excited for it.
But yeah, it's been a depressing week because of all that, I think.
Yeah, I've got some super chat catch up.
Yeah.
There was from EB Chill. Thank you. Saying, Coury, this is a company that released the PSVR 2 without an Astrobot sequel or remaster. Yeah, I mean they literally put the PSVR 2 out there to die.
Yeah, it's
so. Are they going to just put the PS6 out there to die?
I don't know. Why even put the time into it at this point? And the thing is, it doesn't seem like
don't know.
It's not like things have been going badly. You know?
No. Well, I saw some write-up somewhere that said that like Sony is like used up all of their goodwill that they like earned early in the transition from PS3 to PS4, and they've like done nothing since then pretty much to like earn any more goodwill.
Yeah, they just did the minimum amount that they needed to do. Or
yeah, I mean, like, free Astro's Playroom was pretty cool.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool. But they've done so little to endear people to them or make you say like this is a company I can trust with my their digital ecosystem or anything really. Like they've done the bare minimum because they think after PS4 everyone's just locked in.
Well, it's not only that; it's the fact that Microsoft has done such a bad job that it automatically makes them look good by default.
Yeah, so they've just like they've had to do nothing to make their platform appealing. Like they just haven't had to do that for years now.
Yeah, and it's not like
they've burned up all their goodwill, and they just like, how are they going to get any more? Like they don't have like a roadmap for like making people like them, and that's the problem with all of these companies. Like they don't care if you like them because they're gambling on people being so locked into their services.
Yeah.
That you don't have a choice. And I think Sony is going to be surprised by the degree to which this will hurt.
Okay, to be fair, it feels like, yeah, I mean, I agree that that's true, but I feel like this is like literally the case with almost every billion-dollar company at this point.
Yeah. Oh well, that's kind
is
of
it like
saying.
they don't care? They don't care if anybody likes them.
They don't even want to make cool stuff anymore. They just like want to like they want to scam us out of money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like there's no desire to make anything cool anymore. Like they just want to extract money at this point.
Yeah.
What was it? I
don't know if I'm going exactly the right way, but
what was it? I was going to bring up some point that I thought was that I saw that I thought was interesting. What was it? I had it on the tip of my tongue.
1G, awesome.
Well, back to the super chat catch up.
Okay.
Dad1153 again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Saying killing discs is bad enough for dads to hear about, but removing 550 movies from paying customers without a refund or apology, killing the PS3/Vita stores, angry emojis. Yeah, like, and these were like I heard like Terminator 2 was one of them. Like these are like not necessarily like low profile movies, right?
Right. I mean, I don't know if these are
not like I don't know really the rules of the film distribution marketplace on these systems and what kinds of contracts there are, but the fact that they're just like so blindly like simultaneously saying, hey, we're going digital only, and like doing these back-to-back things that prove them to be poor stewards of your digital products.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, this is like that was some.
What do they think?
It's honestly something that they probably like. That's a deal that they worked out, 20 years ago. Probably.
This was probably known. Yeah.
And
but, like
they just thought like no one will care at that point. They probably thought.
Yeah.
So I think like that has a lot to do with the whoever controls those movies too. Whoever like helped make that deal.
Well,
or they made that deal with.
No one will care. I think this is what I was going to say earlier. I saw some information that was like, supposedly this was from the leak. Like there was like a huge Insomniac leak a few years ago.
I think I know.
And like there was just a lot of general Sony stuff.
Yeah. Like sales numbers. I think that's where you're going.
The sales numbers, they're like, oh, you know, it's all like, what was it? Like 85% digital.
Yeah.
Sales. But that includes games that are only released digitally, or maybe also,
which is
like
the vast majority of games.
Yeah, games that, you know, maybe had like limited or later got physical copies or something. I don't know if that is in consideration.
But when you look at how many, I mean, is that counting every single one of those hentai games? I mean, that company releases like 60 of them a week.
Maybe. So anyway, what I read was it was looking at specific games, specifically looking at games that released in both digital and physical formats day one. And when you look at that, a lot of them were even more physical than digital. It varied heavily,
right, from
game to game and genre to genre and like audience to audience. You know, like some like FIFA, I think was, you know, was heavier on the digital. But, you know, other things like Ratchet and Clank were actually heavier on the physical. So, you know, it seems, if that's true, it seems insane to me that they aren't looking at that and being worried. And
the thing that annoys me the most, I think, is the people that are like, oh, you know, get with the times. Like, they're just being like needlessly antagonistic when it doesn't affect them at all. Like, why do they care if they like, you know?
Yeah, well, and it's not only that, it's
can't let anybody have anything that someone might enjoy something that
I know. Well, and it's not just that, it's also like how are people like so like okay, if you are comfortable with digital products, great, but like as long as you have an understanding of how much these companies control your access to it, right?
Yeah.
Like okay, guess what? I bought a digital PS5 game this weekend. I bought the Dragon Quest X 1-8 collection because Lynn and I finally decided to continue it. Now I've got a physical 1-5 collection.
Yeah.
I saw I could get the 1-8 collection thanks to the yen conversion for like the entirety of Dragon Quest X for like about $38. And that includes 3 expansions I don't even have. And I'm like, you know what? That's worth it. So I don't have to use the disc to play that anymore. That's great. Why not? You know, but that's an MMO. And I'm like buying into that with the understanding of like, I'm playing this on a, you know, limited time basis. This is only as good as long as the game is available and running online. That's something I accept and understand when I make that decision. But you know, for these single player offline things, like I want to control. I want to have control of it, you know, and I want that media, and you know that's, you know, for my own personal access. So, you know, so when people say like, "Oh, get with the times," like, are you like? It's just crazy to me.
It just doesn't affect them at all. Like, why can't people just?
It doesn't affect them, and it's almost this nihilistic thing, like sort of perspective, in my opinion, because they're just like, well, you know, like whatever. It doesn't affect really
me,
matter.
And it's gotta, you know.
It doesn't matter at this point. I feel like a lot of these people like would probably not be like so. Like a lot of the people who say this probably wouldn't normally be like super like pro corporate people, and yet they are. Totally okay though with giving up all of their media control.
People are.
That's so contradictory in my opinion.
Yeah, and are insane about, you know, being giant fans of corporations these days. When they like just want to take things away from you. Please take things away from me, they say.
I mean, and again, I don't,
yes.
People have gone all digital. I don't have a problem with that, but it's just like, have an understanding of, why you made that choice and don't like enforce it on others necessarily, right? Like I made the choice that if there is a digital future coming, I want to kind of dip my toe back into PC gaming. Mm-hmm. And that was why I built that Steam computer at the beginning of the year, because I was like, I need to get my foot back into PC, because what if the PS6 doesn't have a disk drive?
Yeah.
And I'm glad I did, but yeah. Back to the super chat catch up. Jersey117 says, I mean, I don't know a ton about it, but Steam and PC would be the way to go with sales, etc. How are you going to pay full price for these games that never really go on sale? Subscription, maybe?
God, yeah, I mean, that's the last thing I want is another freaking subscription. Because it's just like we're to the point now where like every plugin that you want to get for like whatever your professional application you use for a job, everything is like, oh, subscriptions, $100 a year. And at what point is it just like so many subscriptions just way too much for everything? It's a mess. Like everything is a mess. Like just consumerism is a mess.
There was 10 pounds from Engine UK. Thank you so much.
Capitalism, I guess, is a mess.
Saying, I think Sony ending physical is fine. It won't stop other companies making discs. Indie and AA will continue on. PS5 and Switch just became the ultimate physical machines. PC for everything else. Well, I do think it's going to stop other... I don't think companies are going to be able to make Blu-ray discs for the PS5 games. I don't think this is, the equivalent of, Nintendo saying, our digital games are going to be $10 less digital versus physical. Like that is a publisher level decision. That doesn't impact how third parties have to price their games on Switch 2. Whereas I think this is a platform level decision, as far as I understand it. This, I do not think people are just going to be able to make PlayStation 5 discs. I'm pretty sure that is what this is, unless they partially walk it back and they say, well, okay, fine, Sony will not be publishing games on disc, but like Atlas, go nuts.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the case. It's going to be interesting. I mean, Nintendo, aside from Evercade, like Nintendo's going to be the only game in town.
Yeah, and retail stores, yeah.
And the comparison between the two is like not even there, Yeah. So like, is Nintendo going to like finally back out too, or are they going to take full advantage of being like the only one in this space? Because it could be potentially very beneficial.
Yeah, I think it would be beneficial, and also
the problem though is that their media is a lot more expensive to make.
Yeah, but if you're there's still going to be an audience.
The only game in town, but their media is more expensive to make, and they also have a cheaper physical product, even if it's not what we want. The key cards. So. Are they, because the cost of manufacturing these cards is going to be up to a large extent outside their hands. So whether they want to stop physical or not, there could be external forces, they end up forcing their hand. Let's pray it does not.
Yeah. This game really feels ahead of its time.
Oh yeah.
This feels like something that people would make today, I think.
Yeah. And it looks great, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like, aside from the jagged shadows, it looks fantastic.
I mean, sometimes there's an occasional frame rate hit, but for the most part, it's
a port of this game is just like such a no-brainer to me.
Yeah.
Like a modern port of this, like, man. There was a super chat from Potbelly Punch. Thank you. Saying we have 40 years of games we don't need a PS6 for. And I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you. You know, I've said it many times, but I came to terms with, you know, the games and like the distribution of games becoming something that I don't want to follow. Back when the Xbox One was announced, because at the time we thought Sony had no incentive to not do the exact same thing Xbox was doing.
Yeah.
Then they didn't. You know, they made that cute little video instead that is like, I think like massively important actually. Like that, how to trade PS4 games from E3 2013, I think is like actually fairly significantly responsible for like the state of the industry today.
Yeah.
Like I think that was like the critical hit death blow to Xbox.
Yeah.
And I think things would be a bit different today if it wasn't for that video. And people have been sharing that, of course.
Yeah, yeah. Because now it's being turned against them.
And doing their own parodies.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Evercade did a parody of it. It's, oh my gosh, like that video was like, you know, if you want to talk about butterfly effect, like that video was a relatively small, like if you compare like size of the action to size of the change to the future, I think that how to trade, how to lend PS4 games video was like a massive effect relative to the scale of action that it was, if that makes sense. Very, very iconic, very important video. There was a super chat from Close Off. Thank you. Saying,
thank you.
I was not a fan of Switch 2 game keycards. After Sony's decision, I find them to be a good compromise. I mean, it's...
I don't know if I fully agree with that.
I don't fully agree with that. But I will admit that I have thought of them as more appealing just because it is something more appealing than Sony's decision, because at least it's something you still have control over, something you can still lend a friend, something you can still trade in, sell, swap with a friend. You know, a lot of people, and I think for the most part, this is.
Can you turn off that thing on the screen? Okay. Grid map. I'm just wondering if I can turn off the guide. There we go.
You know, a lot of people say it's the worst of all worlds. You don't get the convenience of digital, and you don't get actual physical media. And you don't get the ability to just play the game without fully installing it, downloading and installing it. Which I think that is generally my thoughts as well. But I do think it's still I still think it's preferable to a code in a box.
Oh, for sure.
It's preferable to a code in a box.
Because
it's preferable to what Sony's doing, but I really, really hope that doesn't, you know, that either, you know, economics or whatever forces Nintendo's hand to go further down that path. I really hope that does not wind up being the case. And I think, hopefully they are watching the reaction to Sony's stuff very closely. Is what I'm hoping. There was super chat from Retro Pocket. Thank you.
Are going crazy tonight.
Well, it's crazy times with a crazy discussion. saying everything is a mess, but Steam family sharing is amazing. Make your own Steam machine, people. Yeah, if you have the ability to use Steam family sharing, it is quite awesome. The only restriction, for the most part, I think, is that you can't be playing it at the same time as someone else in your family. Just to kind of give a little,
just that specific game, just a specific game, you can't be playing it at the same time.
Correct. So if you are playing an online game with your Steam family, you will need your own copy.
Yeah.
Unless it's a cross-platform multiplayer game and they have it on a different system. But yeah, you won't be able to both play the Steam version. So my friends Drum and Lynn, they live, 15 minutes away. We couldn't get the Steam family thing to work at first, but then Drum logged in on my computer a couple years ago. Not even my current gaming computer. Logged in one week, came back the next week. He logged in his account on my computer, and then I logged in, and we weren't able to be Steam family first. But then, like him logging in from my location and being there for a week, in theory, let us be Steam family. Now, I don't know if the distance was greater, if that wouldn't have worked. But
yeah, it's hard to say.
It has continued to work for years.
Or I
have access to all of Drum and Lynn's games.
And that was right around the time that they started that program. So I wonder if it's gotten better now.
I don't know if they started it then, or if they I think they expanded its functionality.
Okay.
I don't think it was entirely new, but I'm not positive. Drum does often say that, Mr. So when you're Steam family with Try, you see some interesting things show up. Where was
I saw a Smoke Monster was in the chat.
Oh, we got another from Engine UK. Thank you.
Thank you.
Saying, think of all the cool things that'll be born out of it. People will always want to collect. When these things happen, there's always a black market. Well, I mean, it'll be interesting to see if some sort of platform emerges from this.
Yeah.
Something that, could it be a physical distribution media for Windows or SteamOS? Could it be another sort of Android-based platform or something? Maybe similar to Evercade, but maybe that could run more powerful games or something. I think a company probably could get away with a box that's about the same power and cost of Steam Machine if it was specifically built to appeal to the physical media enthusiast market. I don't think it makes sense when you're trying to make a mass appeal device. But if you are trying to appeal to that physical media market and you're the only game in town for that level of hardware, there could be a possibility. I'm not saying I want it to cost that much, but it might have to, right? I'm saying there's a possibility there could be a market for something. Or even, Evercade has some indie games that aren't emulation of other platforms. So,
and not only that, but they have they have that Banjo-Kazooie coming out that is not
a native port.
Yeah.
Yeah. So very, very interesting. Evercade could be in a really excellent position. They're launching that new hardware this year, right?
Yeah. In October, I think. The Nexus.
Yeah, so I mean, honestly, it might be a good time for them. Oh, go back into that room with the chest in the middle. There was some of those blocks had a different pattern on it. I wonder if I don't remember. I know I streamed this a few years ago, but I don't specifically remember.
It looks like a repeat.
Two of the blocks have a different pattern. See, They have like a D-pad.
Oh.
Others are.
I didn't even notice that. Thank you.
Oh, was that it? Oh.
Yep, that was it. I'm blind to this stuff today because I'm too annoyed. I was too annoyed with OBS. I was cursing up a storm.
You know, I watched Danny O'Dwyer's kind of off the cuff video. Did you watch it?
I watched the portion of it. Yeah.
Someone on our Discord point. I didn't really align with all of his thoughts, but the one that was most interesting that I hadn't really thought of was how, because there were, used games could be available for cheap and stuff, and a lot of places would do things like, buy two, get one or something.
Yeah.
You would just get a random $5 game that maybe you wouldn't have even tried. Something that maybe wasn't even your typical genre or something. And by virtue of encouraging people to just try this, you are exposing yourself to varied types of games in ways that younger players aren't getting these days. Your son is always reluctant to try I don't know, I might not be good at that, or I don't know what that is.
He's gotten a lot better with that, but yes, it's
yeah. So young players play a much less varied set of games than we did. We were brought up to embrace a wide genre. He didn't even talk about rentals, and that made me think of rentals. The market for RPGs may have never become what it did in the US if it weren't for rentals. Because I'm sure most people who learned to love RPGs on the Super Nintendo probably learned to love them through rentals.
Yeah, because they weren't sure if they were going to even like it, so why spend and because they were so expensive too.
Exactly. So we've already lost rentals.
Yeah.
And something else that I saw someone say, I can't remember if this was someone in our Discord or something somewhere else, or if maybe someone posted it. But I think someone wrote this in our Discord, I think, that, PC gamers are so used to it. They're like, well, what's the big deal? We've been living with it for 20 years, right? But there's a side of it that I never really thought of, is it kind of just happened. It's actually might have been Danny O'Dwyer's thing. I can't remember where I heard this, but it kind of just happened. It was okay, oh cool, I can download games now, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't replacing physical games, but you were just oh, that's neat, that's new.
Well, yeah, I got it.
That's kind of cool.
I
could just do that.
I'm working on that PS3 video. I've been working on that forever, but now I'm actually really working on it because of the announcement there.
It's so relevant.
Yeah, but also, I bought a lot of stuff. I bought a lot of digital stuff.
Right. Well, I did too on PS3, and we remember the I think we were laughing about this a few weeks ago. There was the lady who ran, always did the store update post.
Yeah. Grace
she didn't
Chen.
actually push the button. Yeah.
But everyone was waiting for her to push the button.
Pushed the button, but people acted like people may have actually believed she pushed the button, but people were just chomping at the bit for the PSN store update every week, right?
Yeah, because every Thursday, yeah.
And I was excited for it too, and the weekly Wii update, there was a novelty to downloading games, and also because it opened up a new tier of game. It was a smaller, more compact, cheaper game that wouldn't work on store shelves, right? And so there was a novelty to it at that time that we were very excited about. but then eventually it was just like, oh wait, where did my PC big boxes? You know, like people didn't really with PC. It like the difference is we now see what happened with PC, right?
Yeah.
That stuff went away. And so now we're looking at this with more of a sense of knowing or having some insight into what happened and what could happen and how this could be good or bad or you know, harmful in potentially unforeseen ways. We can see, you know, we saw that happened, but it was a different time when there was a novelty to the digital distribution. If anything, there's a novelty to physical now.
Yeah.
There's
a whole bunch of
back to the super chat catch up. Yeah.
Being,
I know.
Crazy now.
Yeah, well, they want to participate. I mean, this is a week of devastating gaming news. So big, our dads heard about it, right? So
well, not mine.
It's a talking. It's well, fair. But it's a.
Oh, I died.
It's a point of discussion.
That just take me back to the beginning then.
With Dat1153 again saying Microsoft/Xbox is a house on fire, but at least they hint at backwards preservation with their disc to digital plans. There are no good guys left in gaming.
Yeah. I wonder, like, we'll see if that works. You know, I know that it has something to do with, you know, I guess after a certain point, each disc was individually
There's some sort of identifier.
Yeah, like it's unique per disc.
But not all games may have that or something.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's like something on like the inner ring of the disc.
Yeah.
That's what I'm guessing. Yeah, so I mean, that's cool. That's cool. You know, that at least would be throwing us a bone. You know, if Sony would dare do something similar, who knows?
Yeah.
But they made a patent for that like years ago, like in the Xbox One era, I think. And I think people were speculating like, oh, maybe that could be for like the Xbox S all digital edition, the SAD edition.
Yeah.
Now all consoles would be SAD editions. And another one from Close Off. Thank you. Saying LA Noire was 4 discs. Why can't GTA 6 do it?
I think that they'll release a version of GTA 6 on disc before this is done.
Right. I mean,
and I can see it being like a 3-disc game.
In the previous week, there was talk of like, oh, they're going to do it, but then I think that was just like people misinterpreting a statement. But I think you're right. I think given kind of the deadline, so to speak, it feels like something that they could make a lot of money on.
Yeah.
And a lot of double dipping on. If they release that before the 2028 deadline. But yeah, you know, that kind of reminds me, talking about the multiple discs. I saw someone point out, I think it was someone in our Discord, say that the first PlayStation on disc was Final Fantasy VII, or the first Final Fantasy on disc was Final Fantasy VII, and the last Final Fantasy on disc is going to be Final Fantasy VII. At least we hope. I don't. Have they confirmed? Like, can you like pre-order like a physical collector's edition?
For it yet? Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that there's no way they would do that.
Yeah, I kind of almost feel like you're right when you said earlier, like there could be a lot of things. Like I kind of feel like there could be like a last minute rush in 2027 to like capitalize on, you know, the last minute desire for this stuff. Oh man, it's, you know, it's It's crazy. I think Sony could potentially see a massive uptick in physical sales in the next year.
I'm sure they will. Because people will just
going to make them regret it.
Well, I'm really curious to see what prices are going to be like on a lot of these games. I mean, I wonder if like people like who do reprints of stuff, like VGP is going to be like, we got to reprint like everything we possibly can.
Yeah,
because it's just like places like VGP, it's gonna kill off like so many of these stores that like sell new games.
If VGP had not zeroed in on that like reprint niche, then they would still just be an obscure Canadian retailer.
Yeah, I think PMP does.
They wouldn't have a market outside of Canada.
Yeah.
But now they really found their niche, and that's good.
I buy most of my games from them, and like sometimes, even if it's stuff that's releasing in the U.S., like I'll just get it from them because I want to support them. I'd rather give like money to them versus like Amazon or Best Buy.
Engine UK has £5. Thank you. Saying a way to back up your own games would be a great idea. There's a huge gap in that market.
Yeah.
Well, they used to make like the floppy disk dumpers that would go on top of a Super Famicom or whatever.
Yeah.
You could just like dump your game to a floppy disk. Or there were like, what were they called? Like Dr. Floppy or something.
Dr. Floppy.
Name for something. It's like Dr. something.
Dr. Floppy.
I don't know. But yeah, like a way to back up your own games. Like I think.
Well, you should. I've hacked my PS3. And I need to connect an external drive to it and figure out how to just like dump my discs to it because I'd like to do that.
There was that whole thing. A month or two ago about some custom firmware for certain like DVD or Blu-ray drives.
Right.
Where I don't know if the one I have potentially could be one of them.
I guess they're really expensive now. Yeah, they've gone up in price.
Yeah, I've had one for like 2 years.
Yeah. Same here.
Asus. Actually, I thought
it was like a light on or something like that.
It's an Asus I have. I thought it was an
okay. It is an Asus. That's one I have too. I have, and I put that firmware on it. And I mean,
so it worked.
Not the newest one. I guess the newest one can read GameCube discs, but I flashed mine with a firmware that allows it to read and rip UHD discs. I never really used it though, but
right. But there was this. New update. I forget the details, but basically it makes it significantly easier, I think, to dump a lot of discs for a lot of systems into a more readily usable format. I think. So that's definitely something I should look into, and make sure my model of drive can do it. There's also a super chat from Matthew Nugent Marco. Thank you. Saying, haven't touched my Switch in almost 1 year since Nintendo nuked game share to one copy active at a time. Played Splatoon 2 and 3 with Wi-Fi on one digital copy. Wow. Okay. Yeah. See, interesting. So you were able to do that with. See, I didn't even realize that because I've never really done a lot like the game share or I guess that was when the virtual game card thing came about. Kind of I think it came with some expansion of abilities, but also some constraining of abilities as well. So that's a use case I hadn't thought of. Like I mentioned, the Steam family is that way, where you cannot play, for instance, on the Backloggery streams, we just played through State of Decay 2, and I had installed it and tested out the game on my computer because Drum had it in his Steam library. But I had to have my own copy to actually go on.
Yes, I had to do something like that with so my son and I could play Escape the Backrooms. Luckily, that game was only like $4 or something like that at the time.
Mm-hmm. Was it good?
I mean, it was fun playing it with them. Yes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh! So y'all going nuts. So hard to keep up.
And I did see that somebody was complaining about it. Like, we don't skip them. It just takes. Sometimes we get sidetracked.
Yeah.
Or we
talk never intentional.
Yeah.
Saying new 3DO and company to the rescue. Oops, never mind. Not exactly sure what that might be referencing, but like I guess. Steam Machine is in theory like that, right? Like you can install their OS on anything.
Yeah.
Play their games, but I mean, it's fine to think of Valve as a small player, but Valve is a small player in the hardware space.
Yeah.
And they don't have access to the kinds of deals that, even someone like Asus has.
Yeah.
The Xbox doing like the ROG with Asus. Of course, that thing's not very affordable either. But I see you.
Well, I don't understand what this is even talking about here.
Please recommend this passage. That almost seems like a Demon Souls type thing, but Demon Souls wasn't out yet. Unless it was already out in Japan, maybe. It took a while to come here.
Right, I think it was. Yeah.
That would be interesting, actually. Ariel Ace says, in the last week, Empire Interactive announced they were resurrecting 3DO, but there seems to be some legal issues surrounding it, so they retracted. But, that's the kind of case of, like, someone owns the IP to it, but, like, what commonality would there actually be to what that thing was back in the day,
And not only that, but, like, does anybody even care? It's like, when there's that whole thing about, like, Acclaim's coming back. And Acclaim is like known for being basically releasing crappy games. I don't think anybody is. There's probably 10 people out there that are nostalgic for the 3DO name. 10 people. That might be generous, but someone's like, "Oh, thank God! Thank that the 3DO is coming back to, make me interested in games again."
Well, I think what people think are referring to in this case primarily, though, is less the 3DO name and more the 3DO concept of like a platform that anyone can manufacture, right? And also an open platform anyone can make games for. If I'm not mistaken, 3DO didn't actually get anything from people publishing games on it, right?
I don't know. I know they could.
I think you could just make games for 3DO.
Yeah, I guess that would make sense.
That's why it was such a Wild West. That's why I could get games like Plumbers Don't Wear Ties.
Yeah.
Because it didn't have to go through any sort of licensing or QA or anything.
Yeah.
And Astral Colors Super Chat says, time for Apple Pippin 2. I mean, I think they're really, people have been talking about like this little thing called is it the Game Tank?
Yeah, the Game Tank. Yeah,
it's like,
which is a great name.
I think that's the, I think that's the one that is like actually like fully made using like off the shelf parts that you can buy, like the 6502 processor, like what's in the, I think that's what the processor in the NES is based on. You can just like buy these components, these just old timey CPUs and controller chips, and there's no like FPGAs, no modern ASICs or anything. I think this is just using a new. I think it's like kind of an open platform that you, at least for right now, I think you kind of have to build it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Will Motion Master says GameTake is made of real old chips. Yeah, and I think you can just buy them on a lot of websites. Just buy these chips. And it would be awesome to see that platform go somewhere.
You buying that?
Like, I mean, I watched a video or two on the games didn't look super amazing, but like it could be something interesting. Like I think, I'm actually quite surprised that I forget what the exact price of the Evercade Nexus, but it's like anything that's like $200 or cheaper is like feels like kind of a miracle today.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering like if they're able to source, if their platform runs on memory that is like available in a different market that's like it's not competing with the same kinds of memory that more advanced hardware is going after, right? That they have to use the DDR4, the DDR5, the GDDR6, the GDDR7, that kind of crazy stuff. Like can we make a platform? Can we make a platform that like doesn't use expensive components? And like, yeah, the games will have to be less ambitious, but like, can we make good, interesting games? I mean, I saw someone, I think in our Discord say, like Switch 2 should just be the target platform for like everything. Like, could you imagine how great it would be if like almost every game was designed to just run at 60 FPS and look good on a Switch 2? Like every game was designed to look clean and crisp and run at 60 FPS on a Switch 2.
Yeah.
And you might say, oh, it can't be done. Yes, it can be done because there are PlayStation 2 games in this world.
Yeah.
Like you could make ultra clean looking, PS3, Xbox 360 tier games that would look super sharp. And better than that, honestly. They could look super sharp, super clean, have really high shadow resolution and really cool visual effects. You just have to make the art style for it.
Yeah.
You just have to make the art style for it. And if every game was designed that way on Switch 2, then like, everything's gravy, from there on up, you can start running them at 120 frames per second. I do think there is a point where you have to like be like, okay, let's make games look good again on lower power hardware, because let's face it, that's what people are going to be using now. And we can look to the past and see what kinds of great experiences we were able to create in the past using simpler visual techniques, and I think that's fine. I would be happy with that. I am here for the PS2 throwback era. Like, let's bring it on.
I mean, even PS3
all my
era,
games looking like,
honestly.
Yeah. Like, I want all my games looking like Dawn of Mana, okay? Like, that's the target. Let's do it.
Yeah, Trials of Mana.
I didn't mean Dawn of Mana, but yes, Trials of Mana. Every game should look like Trials of Mana. That's as good as a video game needs to look.
What?
Still catching up. Sorry, y'all. There was KS Hickey Jr. Thank you. saying, speaking of rentals, my love for JRPG started with the original Final Fantasy on NES, which was a rental. Yeah, well, I was exposed to the idea of RPGs from a friend renting games like Final Fantasy II and Final Fantasy III and Lufia 2 and Breath of Fire. Like, I had never heard of RPGs. I didn't, I didn't understand them. I didn't fall in love with them right then, but if my friend had not rented those RPGs and I hadn't been exposed to them and he hadn't been exposed to them, I may have never come to love RPGs,
Yeah, look at this. No answer.
Very likely may have never.
It seems he was a mere game developer. Thank you for ramming in the foes, even from the other side, doesn't work here. I don't have a ram. Ooh, do I get like Pegasus shoes type things in this? I hope so.
Oh, like ramming into the wall?
Yeah.
Like in Zelda? For some reason I was randomly thinking of, I saw, I don't know what the source was, but I saw Zane's dad post in our Discord a picture of
that sound when you use the magic is like straight out of Dragon Quest.
Oh. Of Vinkman standing next to what's his name from Ghostbusters, the EPA guy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this guy, this man has no disc. Right? Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah. With the PlayStation icon on his face. There was super chat from Roughhousing by Proxy.
Oh,
it's
yes.
been a while since we got to say that one.
Yeah.
Oh, Coury.
That's one of my favorites.
Corey's missing that name. It's one of our favorite names. Roughhousing by Proxy. Do you roughhouse Nelly by proxy?
Yes.
Or you just straight up roughhouse?
Yeah.
It's not even by proxy.
Right.
The rest of your family's roughhousing by proxy with her because they're not really doing it.
Yeah.
They're roughhousing by you, which is the proxy.
Yes. It's a good way to put
saying, finally get on non-PlayStation disc topics, saying, this is such an MLiG core game.
Yeah.
And I agree. I like the idea of MLiG core. This does have all the MLiG isms. And Ultranator, thank you, saying recently playing Adventures of Elliot.
Oh yeah.
Remind me of the last time you guys streamed this game. Think we'll ever get a modern pour of this one? I hope so, because like this game still looks so good, and you basically wouldn't have to do anything to it. Like it'd be nice to be at 60 FPS.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to be at higher resolution.
And I don't even feel
it'd be
like
nice if they could add some ray tracing or something, but like it still looks so good.
Yeah.
It still looks so good.
It doesn't really even feel like it's not 60 though, because it moves at such a speed that it does not feel like 30.
Right. And the characters also like have this like stop motion look style
right
to them, because they're just like they're clicking between these frames. So like 60 actually works quite well.
Yeah.
What a good game. And Dad1153 again saying, by the way, Heatwave's over. We cool till the next one. Yeah, I mean, I didn't really pay attention to how hot it was today, but it was most unpleasant outside these past days, I will have to say.
Yeah, it didn't. I'm not super crazy about the heat. Like, it doesn't bother me as much, I guess. But we went to the pool yesterday, and it was very nice.
I can't. Speaking of MLiG core, I did a very Coury core thing this weekend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I installed a ceiling fan with my dad.
Oh.
At their house. But that sounds like the start of an MLiG stream. Is Coury talking about installing a ceiling fan?
Yeah. You know,
it took a lot more work than I envisioned.
Yeah,
I mean, the hardest part was that the fixture wasn't like it. You know, it wasn't really set up for it ahead of time. Like my dad had installed ceiling fans in 2 other rooms in their house years ago, but like the fixtures were already like, you know, prepared for it. And this was actually in the basement room that I play games in.
Mm-hmm.
I told my parents what I want for my birthday is a ceiling fan in that room. And so we, even though my birthday's next month, we went ahead and took care of it this weekend. And yeah, it took a lot of work because like we had to like put up this like thing that like spanned between the joists.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That like put pressure against the joists to get, because and you know, because only one of them was accessible. You know, so there was like nothing on the other side to like mount it for stability, but it turned out really well. And my dad actually said like it seems to be better, like mounted better potentially than the one the one that's in like the room he mostly hangs out in, which has you know, he tried both on the highest speeds and he's like, you know, mine has almost no wobble and his kind of does on the highest speed. So it's very nice that the projector will not be making it so hot in there anymore. It'll help. It'll be nice.
Oh, how do I?
No, we didn't talk about the PS5 disc thing while installing a ceiling fan. We talked about while eating at a Japanese restaurant. And the last super chat for now is from Apex Anomaly. Sounds like, I feel like that sounds like something from like a Death Stranding. Apex Anomaly. Saying, hey, some actual good news this week. Metroid Ravenous, hopefully real, and Onimusha moved up 3 weeks. Yeah, I'm guessing Onimusha moved up to like get on the outer edge of the September madness.
Yeah.
And
man, I'm worried about Control Resonant being on the 24th there.
I mean, Remedy is always like 2 weeks away from closing, it feels.
Yeah.
Like like everything is riding on their most recent game, you know?
Yeah. But I mean, that's why I think it's a
hope it does well.
It's a bad move in this situation.
To release it now, yeah. Yeah, I mean, maybe they should just delay it to next year and...
I mean, they could... I don't know if they could afford to do that. Who knows?
Yeah, I know. I mean, it sounds like every game they make, like they're releasing it and just praying that they can make another. Because it sounds like every game they make like just breaks even.
I know. That sucks.
It's nerve-wracking. But yeah, the first game I think was pretty popular, so hopefully it gets its audience. Yeah, the Metroid thing, hopefully that's real. Hopefully I'll feel more excited by it than I felt by Dread. Like I feel bad about how I feel about Dread. Because like everyone seems to think it's just like, it's weird because I feel like people were a lot more like kind of mixed on it when it first came out, but then like within a year of it coming out, I feel like the discussion shifted to it being like the ultimate form of Metroid. Like this is the best. Like this is so good. Like, you know, aside from me just being burnt out on Metroidvanias, like I do think the game had some faults, like mostly just like a lot of areas that just didn't seem particularly memorable, and a lot of abilities didn't feel like they meaningfully expanded your exploration capabilities.
Yeah.
Like,
that's we both like were let down a lot by it, but I know that, people that love it really love it.
Yeah. Most people, like, when it first came out, a lot of people were just against the whole Emmy thing, like, kind of on principle, because they're just like, oh, I don't like being chased, right?
Yeah.
Which, fine, fair. But, like, everyone who got over that just seems to think everything else about the game is just incredible, and it's like, I generally like how it controls and moves, and I think the counter mechanic is actually really good, and I usually don't like counter mechanics that much, but I like it in that game, and the final boss was exhilarating. Just like the game plays really well, but like such a big part of Metroid to me is the level design, and I felt like I just wasn't that compelled by the way the world was laid out.
It's kind of amazing like how little I've actually thought about the game since it came out. I've not really thought about it at all.
But yeah. I felt like every time I got a new like exploration ability in Dread, I was like, ooh, I've seen lots of blocks that I can destroy with this, or lots of I saw this thing blocking my path all over the place. And then like when I actually start destroying those, I realize that it's just like taking me back to places I've already been.
Yeah.
And that that new item actually only takes me to like one or two actual new places. And it's kind of disappointing.
Yeah. It felt like so many items or so many power-ups were just meant to like open up doors or open up passages instead of like actually making it so I can also use it for this thing.
Right. I think the most interesting thing that an ability in Metroid can do is expand your means of exploration. Because otherwise, it's just, you're just getting all this stuff and all this stuff. The more I think about it, I have just the utmost respect for the game design principles of the Hazelight games, where they give you an item that's really cool, and they let you do all this cool stuff with it, and then they take it away.
Yeah.
And give you something else cool to work with. They fully explore what you can do.
And very efficiently and quickly too.
Yes.
Like with no more than like three little sections before they move on to the next thing.
Right. And so they fully explore the gameplay possibilities of this thing within, 1 to 3 hours, right?
That does that.
And then you're on to something else, and you don't have to remember all these other things I can do, or you've got all these functions on a bazillion different buttons, or you have to switch between these weapons and those weapons. No, they just fully realize this idea in a certain span of time and number of levels, and I think that's so smart and enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
But nothing wrong with also becoming super powerful over the course of the game, but sometimes it gets a little tiring. It's just like, I've got something on this button, or I have to go to the radial menu and switch between all these things. Sometimes it's nice to just have one thing at a time. That's kind of what, to some extent, this is the long. Can you hear this dog scratching the carpet?
No.
And you didn't even lay down. What was that all about? You were just scratching the carpet forever. Come here, you. What was that about? Huh? What was that about? What was I saying? Oh yeah, like a Link Between Worlds to some extent, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you kind of had to rent the items, and it like gave you access to different dungeons.
And that was neat.
That was kind of neat. I mean, eventually,
not something I would want to see in every single game, but it worked well.
No, that was a good idea. That was a good idea.
Great. So,
there was continuing the Metroid talk. $5 super chat from Led Zeppo with a comment saying, "Good evening. I just beat Dread this week. Felt good to get it off my backlog. Now I'm replaying a comfort game, Super Mario RPG. Oh man, that's definitely a comfort game. I feel so much comfort playing Super Mario RPG. I should replay that on Switch too. You know, it didn't have a lot of performance issues on Switch 1, but could be even better on Switch 2.
Heck yeah.
Already looks super clean on Switch 1.
That would be really interesting because I mean, you really just played it a couple of years ago. Not even a couple of years ago.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like I can beat it in like 10 hours.
Right.
I never actually did the. There's like some new post game stuff that I actually didn't do, and I would like to do. Betting Sandy cares less for digital toys than we do. Yeah, I mean, what good's that gonna do her? I mean, she likes barking at stuff on the screen, but usually they're from physical games. You know, it kind of makes me think. I was kind of thinking about it this weekend. It's kind of funny how if you throw one of Sandy's toys and it lands on, like, you know, if it lands on something that's like not hers, she's like very careful about how she picks it up. She
doesn't want to get yelled at.
Like, yeah, well, I mean, I don't think that's the experience she's had. But like, she's never really been interested in like chewing wires. Like,
yeah, that's the problem I'm dealing with Jasmine for sure right now.
Ugh.
She can't. I don't let her stay down in the basement after bedtime now because of it.
But she just, I don't know. Sandy just has always kind of had this sense of like, this is like, this object is not mine unless, you know, it has been presented to me as a toy.
Yeah.
Like she has just seems to have a natural understanding of what's hers and what's not hers. And like she wants, if like her toy, like if a toy lands on, like, you know, if I've got like some controllers, you know, I've got some controllers hooked up to some systems because, you know, I do wired controllers for my retro systems mostly. And if her toy lands on, like, you know, a bunch of controllers on the ground, she's like very gingerly about getting the toy out of that pile of controllers. She doesn't just like go for it like wildly. She's like, oh, I gotta be careful with how I grab
it. How does Sandy handle the fireworks? And did she have any issues last night?
Well, that was actually part of why I decided to go to my parents' house.
Yeah.
For the weekend, because I was like, what's going to be the most comfortable place for Sandy to deal with the fireworks?
Yeah.
Because she definitely gets pretty anxious. I mean, she doesn't like get too crazy or anything, but she's just like, this sounds dangerous, you know, and she just seems like she feels anxious. And it was very good. You know, the only time I went outside with her that it seemed like any fireworks were going on. They were really far away, and she didn't react to them. Whereas when we got back home, I've never seen it like this before. I'm really curious where these were set off from. There is, all across my front yard and backyard, there is just a ton of fireworks debris.
Really?
Yeah, like it's kind of obnoxious. Like just like the rocket, like cardboard rocket tubes, and like little like plastic end caps, and like some stuff that just looks like I don't know if it's like explosive powder or what. Like accumulated like on top of my trash can.
Yeah.
Like I guess this stuff is just like raining down from the sky. Like I've never seen it like that. All over my front yard, my driveway. Like I'm guessing like just some neighbors were firing them off, and it just like that stuff's just landing anyway. Yeah, now I want digital only fireworks. I mean, I probably participate in digital fireworks more often than real ones. I'm a sucker for some 16-bit fireworks. I love how fireworks look in 16 bits. Like, I love that stuff. Like the end of, like I used to think that the fireworks when you beat Bowser in Super Mario World just looked like so real.
So
like,
real.
I just thought, like, man. Like, I mean, I thought they looked so much more real than anything else in the game, which doesn't look real at all.
Yeah. That's funny, though. I never thought about them seeming real, I guess.
I just thought they looked so good. I just like, I don't know, they're just very bright. I mean, maybe it's just like how they come alive on an RF CRT.
Yeah.
that I used, that I saw them on back in the day. I just always thought they looked so good. Yeah, it's surprising to me, like it's never happened before. And like some of my more obnoxious neighbors, like I think they moved recently, so I don't know who was doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really know any of my neighbors, so
Yeah.
I don't.
But yeah, like, you know, there's a lot of fireworks stuff going on around here, but we actually like got a big storm around 11 o'clock last night, so a lot of people wrapped up way earlier.
Well, we had a big storm roll through here, like about 6, I guess, and luckily that helped wash away a good bit of all that fireworks debris, and I mean, there's still a lot of it, but it's like helping disintegrate it. So hopefully it goes away soon enough. This makes me realize, though, what, like, there was kind of this like blue star-shaped thing that was like stuck for a while on my my back porch. Like it just like it was in a bit of a star-shaped thing. It was blue, and it was just like affixed to the concrete slab. And I'm like, what is that? And I saw something very similar in yellow form, stuck, or not really stuck, but just like laying about on the concrete, along with all this other debris. I mean, it's terrible. And so I realized, because I think that happened around New Year's or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I bet that was just like some of this fireworks residue. But it's mostly like just bits of cardboard cylinders.
Oh.
And like end caps, like just a ton of it. Like it's crazy. Ooh, Chrono Trigger fireworks are very near the top.
Yeah.
Like, especially when they're
that's what I think of immediately.
Like Chrono and Marl are like flying above the world map in the balloon, and oh man, what an ending.
Yeah.
Whew. What an ending. Yeah, well, there was no cleanup around here, Mr. Dew. Unfortunately.
We were at the pool like for most of the day yesterday, and then went to Katie and her husband invited us over because she's like really big into fireworks.
Oh.
They always like we'd never really been here for it. I guess we'd like only known them for like well enough to be invited over there like this year or so. But it was funny because like I mean they got all this stuff and it's funny because they all had these funny like crazy sounding names, like the different fireworks, and I can't remember what it was called. That I thought there was one that was really funny that I can't called like the blue drip or something like that. It was something drip. It was apparently supposed to like is 3 minutes long. It was that.
What?
Like that one firework. And you know, it's funny because I didn't realize fireworks are expensive. They are super expensive.
I mean, I've never even looked into it.
So they are like the ratio of enjoyment to price is like super low. Super low. I kind of can't believe that it's as low as it is. You know, like fireworks like that one that like lasted 3 minutes, $60. $60.
What?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
They are like they're.
But it's like, is it like a single unit that
Yes.
fires like sequentially over
Yes.
3 minutes?
Yes.
So it's like a board or something, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Or like, is it like a single tube?
There's like several tubes on them. They like launch out, and they all like shoot, you know, sequentially. But still, it is like the price of it is insane. I think for what you get, for the amount of enjoyment. I was surprised. I thought that maybe they wouldn't be that expensive. But then again, I've never really bought any, so I didn't really know. 3 minutes is a lot of time.
Mr. Dew says, Coury, there is an actual firework my neighbor was using called unicorn farts. I'm going to look up, like, see if that's like, I'm going to look up unicorn farts firework.
Well, there should all that stuff should be viewable because I think a lot of these places. I mean, I've heard that they let you like watch a video of what it's going to be like before you get it, so you know what you're spending your money on.
Unicorn farts on ocfireworks.com.
Okay.
Are $38.
Yeah, fireworks. Yeah, they've always been expensive. I just never really considered it, I guess, until yesterday, thinking about how expensive actually are they.
I mean, I feel like the last time like I did fireworks with my family was probably like even like just sparklers or anything. It's probably like when I was in elementary school.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't really done anything like that since. Let's see. Where is Blue Drip? Oh my gosh. There's Red Apple Fireworks has color changing chroma 24 shot 5-inch XL canister shells. $200.
Yeah. Does it make you feel like they're not worth it?
I can't find Blue Drip. Are you sure it's not Blue Dragon?
No, it wasn't Blue Dragon. It was something drip. But I don't know. Maybe.
Well, now we know that Unicorn Farts fireworks are $38.
Yeah, but when you think about it, it's expensive.
Yeah.
Like the entertainment to price ratio is super low.
Yeah. Like if I went to a fireworks stand, which I never have, I would be shocked and walk away with nothing.
Did I get him? I do have to.
Do you have a healing potion or anything?
Do I? I have an empty bottle.
I just noticed he's shooting like, well, it might just be the effect of the pixels, but like looks like he's shooting like entire honeycombs at you.
Yeah, yeah.
But anyway, I'm glad that Sandy and I were at my parents' house, because given how all that fireworks debris is around my house, like they must have been really close. I think she would not have been very happy. Did Nellie handle it okay?
Yeah, we gave her some of this like rescue remedy stuff. That, I don't know, it's like in a dropper, and it calmed her down a bit. But it helped.
Yeah. What about Jasmine?
I mean, I don't know. Jasmine just slept through everything. That's what she does.
I was just curious if, she might have had a reaction to it. Yeah, so there should definitely be a video this month, if not more than a video. Because I'm prioritizing getting my library room tour done, because I feel like that's actually become more relevant as well with Sony's announcement, right? And
yeah.
Then your PS3 thing.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And if I have the ability to do something else shorter, but yeah, that library tour is definitely happening this month. There's like no way it's not. Kevin the Shane has a super chat saying fireworks explode in the sky, so while the cost is high, the benefit is socialized to a large number of people.
So
maybe they should chip in.
Everybody gets to.
Everyone needs to chip in for those unicorn fireworks.
Well, it's nice that everyone kind of gets to watch it. And I mean, that's why people go to these big firework displays.
Yeah,
and that's more fun for a lot of people, I think. I saw this video back in 2012 where it was like a computer glitch that like in some place like it caused all of the fireworks to go off at one time, and it's it's kind of a funny video if you ever get a chance to see it.
I mean, obviously this is something they do every day or maybe multiple times a day, but, probably like the last time I like ever like really watched a fireworks show was probably something at like Disney World.
So I can't block.
I haven't been in a good while, so. But they definitely have some cool ones. Oh, Tyler says, I literally just watched that video a minute ago. So funny. Okay, now I need to watch it. What is it? Just like fireworks go off all at once?
Yeah, I think it was in 2012 is when it happened. But it's just like, it's very funny looking.
Fireworks go off at once. San Diego fireworks 2012.
Yes, that is
close.
That's it.
Okay, hang on. That wasn't the start of it. Oh, well, this is after it's already done.
Yeah, it's $125,000 worth of fireworks that happened all at once.
125,000?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh, then there's this like big mushroom cloud forming.
Oh, I like that you can pick up the arrows that they miss.
Best fireworks show ever. I wonder if I can find one where it actually.
Well, the stuff they did in Washington, D.C. last night was just basically as stupid. It may as well have all gone off at one time.
Was it just a big glow? You couldn't even see it?
Well,
like
no,
this?
it wasn't like that. So what happened last night in Washington, D.C. is they had like a stupid amount of, it was like $800,000 worth of fireworks. And the thing is there was so much that it just created like such a huge amount of smoke that like about halfway through you just couldn't see anything at all.
Yeah, that's always the disappointing part of fireworks shows, I feel, is like eventually like the smoke really starts to like make it look less good. You know?
Oh, it was 800,000 fireworks, not $800,000 worth of fireworks. Yeah, it's just a big cloud of smoke, really.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure like fireworks is like, it's kind of like one of those industries that's like, kind of full of secrets. And
I'm sure.
Stuff that, like passed down in the family.
Yeah.
Kinds of fireworks recipes.
Well, I mean, you generally the kind of people you see selling fireworks are the kind of people you see at like a fried food festival or like the county fair. That's the kind of
sure. Yeah,
those are the kind of people.
Eccentric sorts, perhaps.
Yes. Oh, the fireworks last night cost $25 million. Oh, that's it.
Oh.
You can't see any of them.
Master Yoda says there was a Dirty Jobs episode about fireworks. I used to watch that in college.
Dirty Jobs.
Me and my roommate watched like Mythbusters and Dirty Jobs all the time.
So is this kind of like there's 6 dungeons and that's it? And then like whatever ending, or is it like a situation like
why do you say 6? Are you looking for 6 things?
Yeah. Or I think it's 6. 6 orbs or something like that.
I don't remember exactly how many. I would guess more than 6, but now I would recommend like not taking a break on this. Like I think you should focus pretty hard on this.
Because, that's I will totally do that.
Yeah, because like the world map is a lot more complicated than most like Zelda world maps, I would say, and it can be like easy to lose your way.
Yeah,
So,
I'll definitely.
Like, it's the kind of game that you don't want to like have a big break in, because then you'll be like, oh my gosh, like I don't know how to get here, or I don't know where this is, right?
Yeah.
But if you focus on it,
yeah, I'm excited about that. Like I will. This is good. I've been having a hard time kind of getting into anything lately, so I think this is kind of important that I to start playing anything. This is a pledge game. Yes.
Is it for this year or a different?
Yeah, it's this year. But yeah, that's.
I beat my pledge game, Light Crusader that I started last week's stream. I played it across 3 streams, I think, on Twitch during the last week, and it went pretty well.
What was your final impression of it?
It's very good. It's very good. I am glad that there were a couple people in the chat. I think primarily Cloud, Mr. Do, and Bianca, who knew the game quite well, and were like, "Oh, this puzzle," and gave me some helpful nudges a few times.
Yeah, that's good. Cloud helps me a ton with Fire Emblem. Which I think I should be able to finish this week. I'm at chapter 17.
Nice.
And I guess there's 21.
I should also be able to finish 3 Houses. I thought I would finish it this weekend, but hanging that ceiling fan took a lot more time than expected.
And then you don't feel like probably don't feel like doing anything after that. Yeah. No, it's welcome to.
But I think I'm
my life a lot of times.
I think I'm 2 chapters away from the end of
Okay.
Three Houses.
I feel like with Fire Emblem, I'm feeling like I'm in good shape.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've been giving myself like 1 and sometimes 2 save states, but I have not had to load any when I do that. I've almost powered up all 3 of the recruits, the people that start off super weak. You know, like the I guess there's Ross and Amelia and Ewan. And it's funny because Amelia is like so fast and so powerful that
like
always dodges and then like does huge damage. You know, like it was very hard to recruit her, and I like, you know, I had to.
Yeah, I was watching when you were like, she kept killing you.
Yes.
Or she kept attacking you and you killed her.
Yes. But I think it's really cool that, you know, she gets powerful enough and now she's a general. Became a general. So
Uramishi is asking which path am I doing? I'm doing Edelgard's path, which after kind of the time skip, I looked up how many chapters were left, and it was a lot less than I thought. It just turns out that I guess Edelgard's path is like the shortest. Like it's 18 chapters total, whereas like others can be as long as 22. So that was just total coincidence.
Yeah.
I saw Dave Rahotis asking, did Three Houses get a Switch 2 update yet? No, and I doubt it will. Though I guess you could say that it's gotten an update in the sense that, you know, the ability to play, Switch 1 games in handheld mode as if they're docked, right? So like the game is just like, I guess 1080p all the time, and on 1080p on that size of screen, it looks significantly better. Like I've actually played a pretty large chunk of the game handheld, and it does absolutely look better. You know, even if it's just the Switch 2 screen, it does absolutely look better on the screen than on the TV. It's an ugly game, to be honest. It's not a good looking game. And it's I feel like it's not even, like I feel like people mostly lay the blame at just like the low resolution with no anti-aliasing on Switch 1. But you know, because it uses dynamic resolution and like it has no anti-aliasing, so like all of the thin outlines on the characters just look really bad. But like I like that is a problem, yes, but like it's not a good like it looks like a 3DS game, honestly. Like the environments, you can like see the 3DS roots in their technology. I feel. Like just the way the textures look and the way that they have like the sheen on the textures, like the reflectivity, just kind of it's very 3DS looking to me.
I see.
Kind of in a similar way that like Pokemon Sword and Shield was. Like you could just like see like the 3DS roots in the technology. Although I'd say Pokemon Sword and Shield looks better than Fire Emblem Three Houses is not a good looking game. It's a pretty ugly game. I'm gonna be honest. It's not a good looking game.
But it's also one that probably doesn't even matter that much.
No, it doesn't matter, but it's pretty ugly.
Yeah. Well, I like Sacred Stones, and I'm going to play another one, but probably not right after. I think it would be cool. Like maybe I would play Three Houses next just to see. I mean, is it okay to play Three Houses next? Is there anything about it that makes it so that I should not?
I mean, it's a military school plot.
Yeah. I mean, I figured that was...
Which I know is not your favorite.
No.
It's, you know, to be honest, like when it first came out, like it seemed like people just straight up loved it. And I feel like in more recent years, I've heard people kind of be like, it's not that good. And I think I'm kind of falling on the, the side of loving it less. Like if you take the past 4 Fire Emblem games that I've played, which would be Awakening, Fates, Echoes, and now Three Houses.
You like it the least?
Like Three Houses I might like it the least, and I kind of didn't like Fates.
Yeah, I was gonna say I remember you not liking Fates very much.
Like it's very close to Fates for me, except I kind of feel like the gameplay in Fates was more fun. Like the gameplay in Fates was totally fine, but like I thought the story was so stupid. And I'm like not even in Fire Emblem for the story. But like the story was just so stupid. And I don't want anyone in the chat to say, but like I'm worried that the plot of Three Houses, like with the path that I'm taking, is going to end up kind of feeling very unfinished with a lot of things not explained. Because I was extremely frustrated with Fates. Because, if you've got the version that has all 3 versions on it, right? You've got Conquest, you've got Birthright, and you've also got the one that, was only DLC for the other versions. But if you got like the cartridge that has them all, like they're all on that cart.
I can power up my weapon here.
Ooh. Length, width, and strength. Oh,
you can only do a maximum potential, so it's not like you can just dump a whole bunch of money in. Or is it? I don't know. It seems weird. Where it's just max potential and potential, because it seems like you can just. I have a lot of money right now, so I might as well make these.
But anyway, like in Fates, like when it got to the point where you had to make the choice of like which path you were going to go down, which was like, I don't know, maybe somewhere between 8 and 10 chapters into the game. And that was where, Conquest and Birthright were different. I wanted to take the neutral path. Like, I was like, it would be totally stupid to take any other path. Like, story-wise, it felt like the right choice. But I felt like, people act like you're not supposed to do that one until you've done the other 2. And then I was really frustrated when I got to the end, and they're like, gee, that war sure sucked. I don't know why that happened. And it's just like, there's like no, like, you don't really get to see anything from like behind the curtain for like why any, what was hidden behind the curtain, the machinations behind the scenes. Like you like don't really learn any of that going down the Conquest and I assume Birthright paths. But then I think it's the Revelations path. Like you actually get answers for like why. So like I and I'm worried if this is going to end up being the same. I'm worried if this is going to end up being the same, where it's like all of these mysteries the game has been setting up. I'm going to spend 60 hours plus, and like it's just going to be like, well, I guess we'll never understand why you can do this and why so and so did that. And that like I have to play the game 3 or 4 times to find those answers.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of made me think like, and maybe it'll be okay in the end, but there's only 2 chapters left, I think. But what like probably my biggest storytelling pet peeve is?
What's that?
Is when large swaths of the story or decisions made by characters are based on incomplete or misinterpreted information. You know, like, what?
Sorry, I was just looking at I thought Jasmine was throwing up, but it's actually just fireworks. Well, it's like the muffled sound of fireworks. It sounds like
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I get it. If we had a quote system like on Backloggery, that would be a quote. I thought I heard Jasmine throwing up, but it was just fireworks. Anyway,
Sorry, I mean
what was I talking about? Oh yeah, incomplete information or like, you know, like the entire like one of the first examples I can think of where like I noticed that this really annoys me is Uncharted 3, because that entire pirate ship section served like don't get me wrong, it was cool, but then you get to the end of it and there's no payoff because it's like, oh, Sully was never here.
Yeah.
Like this whole thing. And like,
I feel like that's
it's like, well, what was the point of this? Like if Sully was there, then,
well,
you know, I wouldn't have cared, because like at least it would have served a purpose. But like it drove me nuts, like this huge awesome set piece that's really cool, but then it's like there's the payoff sucks.
Yeah.
Because it's like, well, if he wasn't there, then what was the point?
Well, they just thought that it would. I mean, they didn't know he was there. Wasn't there.
I know, but it bothers me that whole part of the game didn't advance the story. Like, okay, let's say you get to the end, but instead of okay, Sully wasn't there, but you like you know, you made a new ally. Okay? Like one of the pirates like decides to help you and like comes with you to the end of the game, right?
Yeah.
Like that would have had an impact on the story. But literally nothing changed.
Yeah.
Like the guys who like I don't even remember where Sully was. Like did he like immediately meet up with him afterwards, or did he?
I don't remember.
Like,
I don't remember very much about
remember.
Uncharted 3.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
But that really bothered me. And then like in Fire Emblem Fates, like if you're not taking the revelation path, like the entire war is like predicated on just like this misunderstanding of the facts, or this like, you know, if only you knew this, that you're never going to even find out by taking this path.
Right.
Like this war wouldn't have even happened, or you would be fighting the real enemy, right? Like that kind of annoys me.
Well, yeah, I only remember like the airplane
very...
part, the airplane crash. That's like the most iconic part about the game. I should revisit it though.
I think I can't remember if I played through it more than once.
I got the platinum in it. I got platinum in all.
2 I played through several times.
Yeah. I feel like this game can't be that long, honestly.
It's not that long, but the overworld is pretty big.
Yeah.
The overworld is pretty big, and there's like a lot of areas where you might be like, oh, how am I going to get there? But you kind of have to take like a, you know, winding path. Like you might think you're close, but then you actually have to go somewhere else to like go down the proper path. I'd say the world layout is probably more similar to something like Link's Awakening, where except much bigger, because Link's Awakening is like a very compact world, but lots of areas are kind of blocked off by mountains and stuff, you know, to kind of constrain where you can go within this somewhat small world. And this is kind of like that, where you're like constrained in some ways, but on the world is the larger scale. Man, when you emerge from the dungeon and it glows like that.
Yeah, because it's just the idea of it being so bright outside, right?
I know. It's like
that
the
balloon.
water is like so like unnecessarily sparkly, but like they just did it because it looks cool.
And I mean, that's the whole thing with the depth of field too. Like, I feel like the depth of field is maybe a bit too shallow, but it looks really cool.
Oh yeah, but yeah, they're just running with it. They're just you can tell that they're just like.
And that probably helps them,
visual design.
You know, with the quality, right? Like with the, I don't know, like they
maybe like I mean, depth of field is, you know, it can be a costly effect.
Yeah.
But they may be able to hide certain level of detail stuff. I'm not sure. But it's a shockingly good looking depth of field, isn't it? Like depth of field, even today, depth of field can be a, you know, an effect that's not done particularly well.
Yeah. The music's pretty good too. You played the GB Game Boy Mana game, right? Is it like Final Fantasy Legend, or is that what was it called here? Or is that Saga?
Final Fantasy Adventure.
Adventure, okay.
Adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the first Mana game, right?
Well, what about it?
Well, someone was asking if either of us have ever played it.
Yeah, I really liked it for like the first like half-ish, but then I felt like the level design became pretty irritating. Like it's just like, how would I kind of, for some of the later dungeons, I started pretty much just following a guide because it was just like really hard to kind of navigate these really samey rooms, and the things that you had to do were pretty arbitrary and not really telegraphed at all.
It's a secret to everybody.
Ooh.
Got 100G.
Nice. B. Huddleston Production says, I really like Sword of Mana on GBA. Not a lot of people do, but I remember thinking it was totally fine.
Yeah, I liked it. I got it when it came out. I still have my cart of that.
Yeah, I think I got it for that Christmas, like the year it came out. And I remember thinking it was totally fine. I think I actually finished it before I ever finished Secret of Mana. I'd played Secret of Mana a bunch of times, like started it a bunch of times, but never finished it. Like often because it was like a multiplayer thing, and it was just like, you know, we just never got around to finishing it. You know, we would like start it up multiple times and just never finished it.
It's an unpopular opinion, but I really personally like the Secret of Mana remake.
Yeah, I like what I tried of it.
I mean, it's not amazing.
Like
it could have been done much better, really, I think, but it was fine. It was. Yeah, I enjoyed my playthrough of it.
Yeah, the visual design is like really basic, but also like.
And the music is like, some of the music is pretty remixed, pretty bad.
Yeah, the new music is bad, but you don't have to listen to it.
Right.
The Super Smash is asking if you had any crashes on 3D Dot.
No, not yet.
Coury certainly hasn't, and I don't remember having any back in the day. But also, I feel like, you know, for the first several years of PS3, it was pretty common to have crashes. So it may have not fazed me. Although I might have been a little surprised with it being a Japanese game, because I feel like most of my crashes were in American games. To be fair, a lot of them were Bethesda games.
Yeah.
What do you expect?
Yeah.
I remember like Fallout 3 just crashing if you looked at it.
Yeah, well, isn't that the one where it just remembers where you place every single thing? Or is that Skyrim?
Yeah.
Or was that Oblivion?
I mean, all I mean, that's the Bethesda formula. That's how Bethesda games are.
Me understand animals. Your dog is hungry, sad. Give me him. You give him dog. Me nice person.
Oh, I wonder if that's supposed to be Guy from Final Fantasy 2. Because he also speaks dumbly and can talk to animals. This guy saying Desu.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny, actually. They had fun with the translation.
Yeah, I mean it's a little memey at times, but I think that's all right.
It's okay because it's like early 2000s meme.
Yeah.
But like on PS3, like Skyrim's the one that's super broken.
Yeah.
But like Oblivion's actually pretty good on PS3. Like it's the PS3 version of Oblivion was released like a year later or something like that, and it's like I'm pretty sure it's a little more polished than the 360 version.
Are you going to get that Switch release? Oh, it's all live. I'm going to keep it.
Maybe, like, depending on how it turns out, which sounds like it could be a tall order. Because is the digital version released yet?
The digital version,
like,
I think, is already out, but the new one is going to have.
Okay, yeah, like I haven't heard how it is. Like, if it actually runs at a consistent 30 frames per second, it actually might be a pretty good version because, like, apparently, like 60 FPS performance is pretty bad on all the other systems. So
yeah, but I guess the whole thing is like
even PC.
The whole game is on cartridge.
Right. And I'm tempted to get Indiana Jones eventually for the same reason.
Yeah.
On Switch.
Yep. Same here.
I actually like almost did it. Like one day I was out and I just like went to Best Buy and I'm like,
yeah,
I feel like this is really irresponsible. But if they have Indiana Jones on Switch, I feel like I might get it.
Yeah, I don't think
and they didn't, so I didn't.
I wonder if how many.
It's just it feels. I mean, it's apparently like a pretty good version for what it is.
What is this thing? It looks like a metal slime, kind of.
Oh, I bet it drops like a lot of money or something.
You got away from me. I had it cornered too. I should have killed it.
Yeah, I always freak out when I see things like that. Dude, and like the one thing that like made me actively angry in Pragmata were those like robots that were worth like a lot of money or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, there's like floating like UFOs and they would run away from you.
Yeah.
I never got a single one.
I may have gotten one like early on, but
like they run away so fast and follow this like very particular path that there's like no way you could catch them if you like didn't already like know exactly what to do. And like they're running away from you, so they're like almost impossible to hack.
Yeah.
So like I was just like, how are you supposed to catch these? They made me really mad. Like I gave up on those pretty early. I was just like, oh, one of these? Screw that.
Yeah, I think there was a trophy for killing one of them too.
Yeah.
I like the music in this. It's really good.
Yeah. It is.
So I thought this was the desert I was supposed to be going to, but I think it's to the east.
You might need the hook. You don't have the hook shot yet?
No. But if I finish, like I'll play this throughout the week. In the evenings, probably.
Yeah, I mean, you could stream it.
I know I could, but I got to finish. Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, I mean, and you should definitely play this. Like,
yeah, I mean, I will continue this. I might even finish this before I have a chance to stream it. I have no idea what I am gonna play next. I have no idea.
I saw some people talking about.
I was thinking
Pokemon.
Yeah, I mean, it's maybe that, but I'm also kind of tempted to play Vagrant Story.
Oh, okay.
Which I think would be a lot of fun. But I kind of need somebody in the chat to like be able to. That's my thing, is that I
understand it.
Yeah, there has to be, and there's people that understand it. Another option
is Vagrant Story a pledge game for you?
No, but it's always just one of those games that it's very difficult to learn, I think.
Yeah.
And like I would like to do that, but I need the guidance of somebody. Is either that, or I was also considering Shenmue 2, which I think would be fun as well.
That's actually something that crossed my mind. Like, I feel like I've got like no chance with Shenmue if I don't stream it. Like, I think
you would probably have a good time with streaming that. I think that would be a lot of fun for you and the viewers.
Right. Well, I feel like I would have a hard time getting into it without streaming it, but like streaming it, I feel like there's something about streaming that just like increases your like stick with it attitude.
Well, Maddie, does he want to watch the stream every morning with me and guide me through? Because that's what's been happening. Okay. As they say, like I have a different Navi for every game.
She says she's starting it tomorrow. I remembered her saying in the Discord chat saying she was starting Vagrant Story sometime this summer.
All right. Well, I mean, then I'll play that next. If I have somebody to kind of guide me through it and help me understand, I think that'd be really cool. It's one of those games that, I was just talking about the Summer of Square with somebody that like had no idea what I was talking about.
Yeah.
I just think it's very funny, because we were talking about jobs that we had, and I was like, oh, for a summer, I worked at the electronics department of a Walmart for one summer, in the summer of 2000, and it was the Summer of Square, and I was like, yeah, it's the Summer of Square, and he was like, oh, really? What's that? And I kind of explained it a little bit, and he was just like, okay.
Yeah. Well, I think because you were like at that time, I was only just getting into RPGs, and like I was like catching up on RPGs, right?
Yeah.
So, like if I saw Summer of Square, it didn't make like a huge impression, and also like you working retail probably just kind of solidified that for you.
Yes, absolutely. And I have all those the little mini soundtracks you'd get. I still got them.
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry, Dad 1153. You guys kept me on my toes for so long, and then you slacked and my attention drifted. Sorry about that. Thank you, Dad 1153. Saying, when Sony threatened to end PS3 online store years ago, I bulked my PS3 disc collection at much lower prices than right now.
Mm-hmm.
Never tried Vita. Yeah, I did the same, actually. Like, I went on an eBay rampage buying a bunch of PS3 disc games because I was very paranoid. And PSP games, too.
Yeah.
PSP and PS3, I bought quite a few games. The most expensive one being the... I think you're in the right place. I remember, because I was going to say earlier, like, I feel like I remembered going to a seaside village at this point.
It makes a
Anyway,
no typewriter here yet.
The most expensive was the Siren PS3 game that only got the physical in Europe.
Right.
Like the episodic game that got a physical in Europe.
Yeah.
I got that.
Oh, cool.
And I got several things. Actually, I wonder if I can see my eBay history from. I feel like that was like 2019 or 2000 or something like that. Let's see, purchases, refine. Oh, here we go. Let's look at 2019 and see if there's a bunch of PSP games.
It's so funny when I look at the it's Blood Curse. Is that the? I'm pretty sure I have that on here. It's so funny to like look at the at my PS3 games and think like there was a point where I thought like, oh, there's no way I'm going to have more games than this for any system ever. Because I thought, I mean, I had a lot.
Yeah. PS3?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember like, yeah. Well, it was just because like you were an adult with a job.
Yeah.
It was like the first time you were like getting that many games for a system. And yeah, now I look at PS3, I'm like, I don't have that many PS3 games. Even though I've got like way more than I had back then. Well, I thought I had a lot. Yeah, in 2020, this is one of the greatest mysteries of my life. On March 27th, 2020, I allegedly ordered a PlayStation Icons Lite.
Yeah, and this is
And I think I gave you.
You gave me
right?
one because you got a second one for some reason.
Because okay, so I was sent one by the same person. I believe it was the same person that I got Super Famicom from.
Yeah.
From Canada. I'm trying to I'm trying to blank on his name. It was like something collector, I think. And so I had that PlayStation Lights thing from him. And I would have no reason to buy another.
Yeah. Why would you need two of those?
Why would I need two of them? Why would I mean, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, but and then like one day, like just another one shows up, and I'm like, what? Now I found this order on eBay.
What?
And I'm like, there's no reason I would have ordered this. Like, I remember seeing it recommended when I was looking at something else. But I didn't click on it. Why would I have? I already have that.
I don't know.
Bill Niad is saying, I've never seen this game before. Why is the sword so long? You know how in Zelda, when you have full hearts, that you do like a laser blast?
Yeah.
This is what this game does.
Yeah.
When you have full hearts, you have a gigantic sword, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
And you can also you can upgrade the length and width of the super sword.
Yeah, that's what I was doing at the one place there.
Yeah.
Ariel, I'm working on a video that's just like what's on my PlayStation, on my system, that I like, just things I bought over the years.
Not necessarily recommendations.
Not necessarily recommendations. More like just yeah. And like how I obtained. Although I have a lot of PS1 classics that I'm not going to get into. That'd add like so much to it, because I will talk for a while about how actually there was a lot of really, really cool PS1 classics released on the system. And it's sad that most of those are not on any other system, or have not been, released on newer systems as downloads. But I have a lot of PS1 classics.
Wow, I bought a lot of stuff on eBay in 2021. This was the year. This was the year of the.
Oh, there's a Claymore. Like I can get a new sword.
PSN closing threat. Oh,
I can get a bigger sword.
You don't have my money.
And a silver ring. I had $1,000 at one point. Oh, I got a life shard.
Okay, so the PlayStation Store announcement being closed, I don't know exactly what date it was, but it must have been around March 22nd, 2021. Either that day or very shortly before. Because on that day...
Well, we did that stream with John.
It
might have convinced you to buy some stuff.
Was it the same day?
I don't know.
Well, we did do that, but then I think I ordered... I think I had a few phases of ordering things.
Okay.
So I ordered in 2021 for PS3 Siren Blood Curse. That was the first panic buy. 65.64, which I think is a really good deal for it.
I don't know what it is.
And a lot of these are like very like cheap and low priority games, but they're like just games that I'd been putting off, and I was just like trying to get PS3 games, like in case there were things that I wanted to get eventually, and they got expensive or something. So I got Resistance 1, 2, and 3.
Mm-hmm.
I got Ratchet and Clank Full Frontal Assault. I thought I had this for longer than that, but I got the Japanese physical of Tokyo Jungle, which you said you like kind of got into the other day.
Yeah. I was recording it for this PS3 video, and I ended up spending like a whole bunch of time playing it, and I kind of wanted to just keep on playing it.
I got this is the Japanese physical for Africa, which was only 1774. I feel like that's pretty good. I don't know what it is now. It's unlike the Korean version.
I know is that the one that I was looking at, right?
That you were looking at the Korean. So Coury really was thinking about buying the Korean version of Africa,
which is called Hakuna Matata.
Yeah, it was at a half price books.
Yeah,
was it like $60?
It was, and I was thinking about it because it has English on it, but I just love the fact that it's called Hakuna Matata.
It is pretty good. It's called Hakuna Matata. I also got the Biohazard Chronicles HD selection.
Oh, okay.
Japan import.
I got that when we were in Japan.
I got Folklore.
Okay.
That's a game I'm very interested in playing.
Hi.
Okay, and then there was a bit of a gap in time, and then I got Genji Days of the Blade, which this was inspired by that stream with John.
Yeah.
I got Genji Days of the Blade. I got Ridge Racer 7. I got Layer. I even got Haze.
It's so interesting because I have all of these. Like I had them all like before that, but except for Folklore, I got Folklore afterwards.
Yeah.
Hi.
Oh, and then a little later, I got House of the Dead Overkill.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and then the PSP panic started. And I got Loco Roco, which was factory sealed for $10.75. Actually, there are a surprising number of like sealed PSP games pretty cheap. At least there was at the time.
Yeah, I still have that
Secret
sealed.
Agent Clank was
that sealed. What is it? Eternal Sonata. I got.
Oh yeah.
A few years back.
Secret Agent Clank, $12.91 sealed. FF Tactics, War of the Lions, Tactics Ogre.
Ogre.
I think that one was also sealed. And I think Final Fantasy Tactics may have been as well. And they were not that expensive. I was surprised how affordable the sealed copies were. Daxter. Loco Roco 2. Ratchet & Clank Size Matters. Wild Harms XF.
Yeah, you got the one you gave me, like the Wild Arms.
I got the Chinese version by mistake.
Yeah.
And I can't remember exactly what the situation was. I got the wrong version. I ended up giving it to you.
Yeah. Oh, look at that thing. Holy cow. The giant dragon killed me with one hit.
Oh. It's just hanging out here.
Just hanging out.
It's Gleeok.
Yeah.
You know what Gleeok is, right?
That's the one boss, though, right? Isn't it like a boss?
That's like the first boss in Zelda, yeah. There's a bunch of Gleeoks in Breath of the Wild. I don't know if are they in Breath of the Wild? They're definitely in Tears of the Kingdom. They're probably in Breath of the Wild.
It's your boy Gleeok.
Oh, you do have dash boots.
Yeah.
Like
You missed.
I noticed you doing that, but it didn't click. I was like, oh yeah, you were hoping to get that.
The dragon is not here.
Oh, Poker Press, you're right. First box is Aquamentus.
Oh.
Right. I forget which one Gleeok is then. Okay, Gleeok is the three-headed. Gleeok is just a much more memorable name than Aquamentus, though. Okay, you nerds. I mean, to be fair, that's the kind of nerd info I should know.
So it only appeared that one time. I wonder if like there's
just like a random encounter.
Yeah, it's a random super powerful thing.
You know, I don't think Atlas had anything to do with this game in Japan. I'm not positive, but I don't think they did. You know, it's always fascinating for me to look back how in America, Atlas's calling card for a long time was kind of them being like the publisher that saved like these games from not leaving Japan.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that was their big thing, is like bringing over like RPGs and other sort of niche games that were not going to be localized otherwise.
Right. Yeah.
It's maybe been published by Sony in Japan. Maybe similar to, Atlas published Demon's Souls here because Sony passed on publishing it. They didn't think it would be successful. Now it's become like an entire subgenre. Like, isn't that insane?
Yeah, and they thought, oh, it's not going to be popular here. It's just
like Souls-like is like one of the like newest like genres.
Yeah. It's for this
like
generation. It's
new genres very often.
It's like the shooter of
it's
this
like
shooter and fighting game. It's the shooter and fighting games of this generation.
Yeah. Like, it's just it's insane. It's insane to me to think that like such an influential game
was almost like just not released.
Almost didn't leave Japan.
Yeah.
And I think like a big part of the reason was there was an interview with Shuhei Yoshida where he admitted he like messed up on that because he's like he played it and he's like, this is so hard. This game is bad.
Yeah.
like Like he just like he didn't get it, and like he misinterpreted its, kind of
and what's funny,
avant-garde design as being like bad.
And what's funny
like
is
he just wasn't the right person.
It's not like From Software was making these really accessible, easy to play games up to that point either.
No.
That's what's kind of cool about them is they kind of just did what they wanted to do, and eventually it caught on. Till they found something that resonates. And
like it's like they're making like 3 launch games for PS1 and PS2.
Yeah.
Like if not 4, like they seem to have, even before they were like a big name, they just always seem to have this weirdly large development capacity to like make so many games at a time.
Yeah. It's just funny.
It's so weird, and like their logo has like basically never changed.
And it's just text.
I mean, yeah, it's just From Software. Like it's basically like maybe when they first existed, maybe it was different, but like that logo has existed since long before they were like a household name.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting. It's very interesting that they've just existed in this.
It's a lot of like new people stopping in tonight. It seems like saying, "Oh, this is such a unique game." Just, I guess that you're right. It's just one of those crowd pleasers.
Yeah. It's always surprised me that people still kind of discover this game, or like, what's this? Or, for a long time it was considered a hidden gem, and it was, pretty pricey because I think a lot of people only heard about it later. But this was, I mean, just like someone earlier in the stream said, this is such an MLiG coded game.
Mm-hmm.
This was a day one buy for me. If you know my tastes, of course this would be a day one buy.
Yeah.
Especially back then, when people weren't making games like this was before the indie boom really took off, right?
Yeah.
It was just starting to take off. So people weren't just making a game that's just old-fashioned Zelda,
Yeah.
With
and that's what's kind of nice about it, is it is like an old Zelda.
Dragon Quest.
It is like an old Zelda. Yeah. It's not overcomplicated at all.
No, I kind of feel like it's Zelda, but almost with more of a Dragon Quest aesthetic. In a lot of ways,
So can I blow these up? Okay, I guess I can.
Well, for ZD 8604, this was my system seller.
I like that.
1153 says best thing From Software ever did was remain independent development house. If Sony or Microsoft had bought it from, it'd either be shut down or forced to work on a Fortnite type game. I do think they have a parent company though. They have a parent company that I think is a larger media conglomerate that Sony was actually eyeing purchasing.
Yeah.
In recent years. Is it Kadokawa or something?
I thought there was something about it, and now recently that company is inching towards having maybe a controlling portion. They're coming close to having almost 51% or something.
Of From or Kadokawa?
I don't know.
Okay, but yeah, Stefan and Master Safer says Kadokawa, so I was right. I don't know a lot about Kadokawa. It's just a name you hear here and there, but I mean, I know that I'm pretty sure they publish a lot of anime and manga and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Are they the ones that are kind of getting in trouble? They've just released so much stuff and none of it's really doing that well. So many anime. I think I heard something about that recently, where maybe they've they are struggling. Sometimes I wish I could just tilt the camera up a little bit. Or go higher a little and look down a little bit.
It's all part of the fun.
Yeah.
All part of the unique experience this is.
Yeah. I need that the hook shot though.
Wait, Katakawa wants From to make quicker games with AI slop?
Of course.
I hope not.
No, I mean I think that's it.
I
think that I heard that they are really struggling with, like, they've released all these anime and then it's just like none of them have done good. And it might be causing problems for them.
Are they made with AI? Is that why they're not doing it?
Probably.
But I think Miyazaki at From Software is pretty influential voice.
Yeah.
Because the rumors are he like shot down a Bloodborne remake because he didn't like Demon Souls remake. So like apparently like he shot that down, which I disagree with because I really like Demon Souls remake. But nonetheless, it's, even if I disagree with him on that, it's good to have. Don't you have a candle? I swear I've seen you pick up candles.
Oh, can I burn trees with a candle?
I mean, in Zelda, you burn trees with candles.
But it's not an item. But I can try it. I mean, it is an item, but it's not an equipable item.
Oh.
It won't work here.
Okay. Oh, okay. Never mind.
Is there a? Let me see.
That's probably meant to intentionally throw off Zelda 1.
Camera A. Oh, there is a camera B. Camera C? Okay. Camera D is real close. Oh, okay.
I mean, the default is like, that's like what makes the game unique, though, I feel.
Yeah, well, I kind of like this one. It's loading. Tackle display of loading screen art. What is it? Oh, you can turn the grid off.
Oh, interesting.
See, I kind of like this here.
I like the grid.
It's a little bit easier to see where the different paths are. Like, I couldn't see this before.
Yeah.
That definitely helps a lot.
I'm pretty sure you're getting. I didn't realize it was after 11. Holy cow!
Oh, it is.
I'm pretty sure you've gotten a decent little bit further than I got when I streamed this.
Perhaps, yeah.
Even though we started late.
Just blew a hole through my house. Pay me for the repairs.
Oh, that's a Zelda trick. Is there something to the left? Because it kind of looks like there's a path pointed, like, could you possibly bomb the left or right?
There's not a crack there.
Like that. Yeah, but in Zelda there can be invisible cracks. Okay, I guess not. It looks suspicious to me though. Looks suspicious.
I think I'm almost to the temple. So if I get to the temple here, I can wrap it up there. Although it looks like I might need the hook shot to get to the temple. But maybe that's around here. Maybe it's in here.
How many games I got left before you stop being cross with me? Five.
It's your
From
squirrel.
this year,
Money and good things may come out. 20 G per try.
Ooh. From this year remains Legend of Dragoon,
Ooh.
The Evil Within 2, and Onimusha. Original Onimusha. Warlords. Onimusha Warlords. And then from previous years, it's from I think 2020.
Got a 10. Oh. You hold it up, it looks like the Triforce.
Yeah.
I'm just using all my
I think 2024's game that remains is Dark Savior.
And Ease.
Which I'll probably and Ease 8 from I think 2023.
Yeah.
So 5 games. 5 games. 2 of which could be long-ish. You know, that being Legend of Dragoon and Ease 8. I want to like, so the next game I play, I think, is going to be The Evil Within 2.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I want to use it as an opportunity to put some time into SteamOS now that I've, you know, to just make sure I don't have problems with SteamOS versus Bazite. And, you know, that, you know, can be information that can go into my Bazite / SteamOS experience video. And so, yeah, I want to make that a priority. So that's probably going to be like kind of the next game I'm focused on after finishing Fire Emblem.
Mm-hmm.
But I still, like, sometime during the summer, I want to play Legend of Dragoon because, like, there's something about playing an RPG in the summer that just feels right, you know? Like, even if, like, you know, school break is, like, no longer a factor, like, there's still just, like, I associate just, like, living in an RPG world with the summer, you know?
Okay.
Especially like a PS1 era RPG, right?
Mm-hmm.
It seems really appealing. So, like, I really want to play. Although, you know, Ease 8 could also be a good summer game. But I want to do right now. I'm leaning Legend of Dragoon for my some extended summer game. There was super chat from EW Rooney. Thank you, saying, "How are you, gentlemen? All your discs belong to us." No, that's the fortunate thing. All our discs belong to us. All of us, not Sony. That's what's good about them, right? That's what we tell Sony.
Yeah.
We appear on the big screen at Sony headquarters and say, "How are you, gentlemen? All your discs belong to us."
There's no time for you to make your what is it? There's no hope for you to make your time. Is that what he says?
Yeah, something like that.
I always loved that his name was Cats.
Yeah, Cats. But yeah, so I mean, so Sony thinks they are taking ownership, and they are. But
yeah,
you know,
no,
they can't take it all. They can't take my discs away from me
till they brick your system remotely.
Yeah. How like, so I ordered like
an extra
like
drive.
Yeah, like they're not on Amazon, but like the day the announcement was made, at least they were available on Best Buy.
Yeah, I got that second one like a year ago. I feel like just
okay,
just to hang on.
I mean, I was always planning to get one to hang on to because there was always the fear that the PS5 would be the last Sony system with a disk drive. And I was like, I want to have an extra one to hold on to for the long term. But I just didn't expect
and who knows
an announcement like this.
That thing could be the key to hacking it one day. Having a drive.
What could be?
Having an extra disk drive. Like, what if the only way to hack the system in the future is by, like, you got to flash something in the disk in a disk drive?
Oh, maybe. Like the firmware on the disk drive?
Yeah.
I mean, probably people will come up with a way to register them without the Sony handshake, which, I mean, realistically, I'm not worried about the Sony handshake becoming impossible, like, remotely soon. Like, I think we're going to be okay on that for a very long time, but, you know, it is, you know, technically a concern and a downside. How stupid is it, though, that, like this whole situation gives me this, like, thought of, like, should I buy a PS5 Slim? Just have, like, one more system to, like, play. Just one more system to have that to, like, play PS4 and PS5 games on, like, at their best.
Yeah.
Just one more. Just one more. Like, what if something happens to my Pro?
It's true.
What if something happens to my launch model? Like, the launch models, like, I've been using my launch model a good bit. You know, now that I've got set up in this room for afternoon streams, right? You know, it's been a helpful system. And, like, there is some concern that the launch units, like, later fat models, I believe, have a different heatsink design. And there are concerns that the initial model of the fat does not have like heat sinks on the RAM chips.
Mm-hmm.
And there is concern about that because I guess they're, you know, operating near what their limit should be in for heat.
Oh, the PlayStation 3 Slim, not the Super Slim or the fat. It just, like, the plastic in it, when it heats up, it expands and it just, like, cracks all the time. It just, like, I mean, it makes a cracking.
That's your regular Slim.
Yes.
Yeah. Which you've only had for a few years.
Yeah.
That's like the most recent PS3 you got.
So people were talking about the overclocked, like the RSX core and memory clock and stuff like that.
Oh, you've got that here.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna.
You can just do it. Yeah.
I don't know, those flashing.
Use with caution, reduces life of PS3. Yeah, like that's pretty scary. Like, I would not do that without, like, a custom cooling solution,
right?
You know?
Yeah.
Because I mean, I feel like, you know, I've never, like, actually, like, done a temperature test or ran what the temperatures, you know, that people have gotten readings on from these systems, but just, like, from casual observation, I feel like PS3 is, like, the hottest system.
Yeah, probably. You know, there's,
like, it feels really hot outside the vents of PS3.
Yeah. You know, once it's been hacked and everything like this, it just feels like there's so many things that I just don't understand what they do, that it's scary.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at all this stuff.
Yeah, there's, like, the Linux penguin.
Yeah.
Like, you could officially install Linux on PS3 early on, and PS2. Like, my cousin did it on his PS3. He had Linux on his PS3 back in the day. He showed it to me.
It says the CPU is running at 152 degrees Fahrenheit.
I don't think that's that hot.
That's what it says.
Well, I mean, yeah, Fahrenheit, but, like, normally you see those red and C Like
Yeah.
CPU 67C. I don't know what a PS3 fan should be, but I think like in terms of,
Well, in C,
considering
it's
you're
at
just in playing a
67
game.
Celsius.
Yeah. Like I think I'm not an expert on like what's safe temperatures for stuff, but that sounds fine, I guess. I think that's okay.
I mean, I have all this stuff on here. I just don't even know what a lot of it does. I got it so that it says the PS3 when it boots up, because if not, it says like evil Nat. Because once you install the custom firmware, there's just like a lot of stuff in here that
JS Healy says 67C under load is cool for a PC, so it's probably fine.
Yeah. I don't know. I need to figure out how to use an external SSD to like just dump my discs onto, though, because that's I don't know. I got a external SSD is a 500 gig portable SSD I could use with it. You know, I have this one 4 terabyte SSD that I got 2 years ago for $267. My wife's been using it.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to know how much it goes for now? That exact same one, $1,200.
Is it NVMe or a SATA?
It's a external like portable one that just like hooks up via USB-C. It's like a little Samsung.
So internally, is it a?
It's a 4
NVMe
terabyte
then?
one, like a 4 terabyte portable drive SSD. So that's ridiculous. Yep. So now I need to. I have a 500 gig portable SSD that I should probably figure out how to use it on this PS3 so I can.
Look how 3D Game Heroes has the CRT bend on the game icon.
Yep.
This is on a console that like shipped with composite cables. Like, you know, this like they already like had the foresight into seeing that like, oh, this is nostalgic.
Yeah.
Like this is the way.
All the stuff in the unknown folder is stuff that I've just downloaded. But all this stuff here, this is all the stuff that is going to be in that video I'm working on. And then I have I have 56 PS1 titles, but I mean, look at how many good stuff came out on this. It's crazy just how many good PS1 titles came out.
Yeah, well, you know, this was an era when they respected their legacy.
Yeah, and people were excited. It was just easy money, right?
Yeah, they respected and understood their legacy, and they just don't care about that anymore. You know, the only voices at the company trying to encourage them to use their legacy and continue to build a legacy is the Astrobot team.
Yeah. Yep.
Like Astrobot generally genuinely gave me a sense of melancholy because it made me see what was lost and the Sony that was and will no longer be. January 1st, 2028. It's all downhill from there. It's all downhill from there. They're just never going to be able. It's not just about the discs. That will be irreversibly going down a path that's just further and further and further in terms of just their brand image, brand personality, the kinds of games they create and release. It's just going to be further and further and further removed from what made them special.
Yeah.
They've forgotten it. They don't care. Except the Astrobot team cares. That's about it. Like, I say the Astrobot team needs to just take over PlayStation. That's how you save PlayStation. Astrobot team takes over.
Yeah. Well, that's not going to happen.
But it would save PlayStation.
I'm curious if I have I should have all my save files in here. I was just kind of curious to see how many hours I had in Arc the Lad 2.
Did you beat all 3 games?
I did. Oh, do I? Maybe I have to assign slots. Oh. 58 and a half hours. Doesn't seem so bad now.
Yeah. I'd have already beaten Fire Emblem. Well, am I that? That's about how many hours I think I have in Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Yeah, that's so, like, isn't it just so stupid how much time games take now?
Yeah.
Like long games used to just be like a special thing that only RPGs were. You know?
Yeah.
Like it's like, okay, yeah, it's an RPG. Of course it's long. Other genres, they're not that long. like an action game being like 18 or 20 hours was kind of like, whoa, back then. Like, I remember like Resident Evil 4, I'm like, man, this game is long. But it was good because it was like jam-packed with like such varied scenarios, you know? Like, it earned its length. And now games are just long to be long, and
I forgot
there's your working design.
No, you can name these characters.
Oh, you named the
I named that.
I mean, working designs was, I mean, Victor Ireland was practically a father figure for you.
Miss Mosquito. And Ballnab right there. There's Ballnab. All right, whatever. I named this guy Boner.
I mean, you know, you were definitely influenced by working designs when you named your characters in your working designs.
Yeah,
games.
Why not, right?
Yeah.
I forgot about this. Anyways, like I said, I'll do it.
I don't remember all these like monster enemies in it.
No, you can. It has like a whole you can capture them, and you can raise them, and that's why. And it has the Arc Arena disc that is. You can,
yeah,
and you could.
Maybe I ignored that because I kind of hate monster raising stuff that's like tacked on to like non-Pokemon.
Well, it was a whole other game. It was a whole other disc.
I know, and I don't like that. Seemed obnoxious to me.
Oh, but you didn't have to even do it. So obnoxious you didn't have to.
But I also didn't finish the game.
Yeah.
Because I thought it got kind of obnoxious. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyways, thanks to everybody who donated, and I hope that everybody has a wonderful week ahead. I'll see y'all for some Fire Emblem tomorrow morning, and yeah.
Yeah, and I'll be streaming in the afternoons, whatever days I can.
Yep. Anyways, take care, and we'll see you later. Good night.
Later.